Good morning. I would first like to thank ET for inviting me for this very important issue, very important theme for not only today's workforce, but workforce coming up in the next decade. I believe that there have been many changes in the last decade. Productivity has gone up tremendously, but by and large, it has been due to computerization, introduction of computers, and many more nodes connected, banks connected, companies, vendors, dealers, all connected, which is fantastic. However, if you see, pandemic has been a catalyst. It's been a catalyst in this future direction. And I'd like to explain to you how it is catalyzing the entire world. First and foremost, while pandemic impact is coming down in many parts of the world, including India, employers are calling back the employees to join back physically, come to office. And there is a hesitation in the employees now because they have gone through an experience of the last 18 months during pandemic of how they can work and improve their productivity dramatically through Zoom, through audio, video, and other ways, and not really waste any time either in commuting or in flights or any other way, which was actually non-value adding. Now, because of this, today's research in US shows that 83% of CEOs want employees to come back, and only 10% of employees want to come back. Now, that's a huge gap in US, and I'm sure there's a gap in other countries also, maybe less or more, but it's a huge gap. So therefore, a new way is being thought of, and it is in the works. I'll say jury is still out. Maybe it'll take another 6 months, 12 months for the hybrid way of working to maximize productivity, maximize efficiency, and maximize the output. Now, this divide of work from home on one side and work from office on the other side and hybrid on the middle is quite large. So every company, depending on its own business, is going through brainstorm, going through internal introspection, internal research and polling so that they can find the right formula for each company, for each industry. It cannot be a general formula across the market or across the country. It has to be right formula which is appropriate and suitable for that industry and that company. Now, one thing which will definitely be a bigger variable in the coming years will be the flexibility which the employees want. And because the flexibility expectation is high, you notice across the world major resignations in many companies because employees feel maybe that their point of view is not being taken, their point of view is not being appreciated in this present company they are working in, and maybe the other company will appreciate. So that is also a major variable which is happening across the world. Now, work from home has benefits, no doubt on that. You are closer to family, you're closer to health for your own health improvement, and of course your commute time, etc., is saved. And it's great for diversity and inclusion too. But there are many jobs which cannot be done from home. That is also true. There could be jobs in industry, jobs in agriculture, etc., where you need face-to-face energy, where you need physical energy, where you need to be physically there, where you need to socialize, especially the young talent need to socialize. And also new employees. New employees need to understand the culture of the company, business of the company, what they have to do vis-a-vis other colleagues, which is very important and it can be done physically. And therefore, new employees are a bit lost because they started life on Zoom. And there is a Zoom fatigue coming up. I think many companies, many employees have stated that they're fatigued by too many Zoom calls every day. Now, Asia Pacific research is also very important. 41% of jobs have been seen as remotable jobs, which means if you try, they can become remote. And maybe only 11% are fully remote, which means that they should be done only from home or anywhere, either home or anywhere. Now, hybrid, that's why is thought to be very effective and more productive. And it is expected that 63% of the companies are adopting it already, which is a great start, which means the majority of companies have already taken a decision to adopt it. And basically, it is due to the fact that trust and collaboration both are important for higher productivity. For the business of the company, you to build trust amongst all the employees, senior management, middle management, junior management, as well as build collaboration in colleagues, in teams, so that work can be done much faster with right kind of accuracy. Now, if you focus on productivity and speed, you need to get the focus of employees right. If the focus of employees is right, then productivity will be high, speed will be high. Now, for senior management, issue is more about decision making. And hence, in the same office, people prefer to just walk across to each other's room, just take decisions together, and interact socially as they take decisions. Especially the decision is complex, then interaction is important. So I believe that the future is evolving. Maybe it'll take another 6 months, 12 months to evolve fully, but clearly future will be far more flexible, far more hybrid. There'll be a mixed kind of formula, company by company, which is customized to the specific needs of the business and specific needs of the management of the company, so that they feel comfortable and business is done effectively and productivity is high. Now, moving ahead further into future, I'm talking of now 2030, which is maybe 10 years from now, where the workforce productivity will further change, further improve, and has to be, whether it is office or factories or agriculture, whichever sector you talk about. Now, why will this change further? As on date, we are going through a pandemic, post-pandemic impact. Now, this impact may go away by next year, and then we'll start a major technological impact. Because I believe very strongly that next 10 years will be bigger for technology impact than last 100 years. Whether it is digitization, end-to-end digitization, whether it is robots, drones, AI and machine learning, blockchain, and many other technologies which are coming in to our workforce. And the good news is that once you adopt all these technologies one by one in the next 10 years, the productivity levels of today can be doubled. The productivity will be doubled, and I believe that each employee will be worth much more. Each employee, maybe in a hybrid situation, will contribute very well to the business improvement, business success, very well to family as well as his or her health. And I believe that change coming up in the next 10 years will be a big transformation in workforce productivity. In India, particularly coming back home, I believe that young men and women coming up from small towns and villages are leading this. I think they are coming hungry. They're coming with a lot of education, and especially software, programming, coding, and they will lead this change because, they don't have a past where they used to go to office and they're coming fresh. So they're directly coming into a hybrid way of working. And I can tell you, these young men and women will excel and maximize their productivity. So I'm very optimistic and hopeful about future of young Indians who are coming into profession, coming into entrepreneurial ventures today, and their productivity will definitely be one of the highest in the world. Thank you, and all the best.